The thing that got me, I think, the closest to being canceled by my own audience that I ever have been was I did an episode back in 2020 about the problems with young men in our current society. And looking back, I don't think I would change much about the episode, but maybe my tone could have been a bit different. But it was basically breaking down all the stats about young men, about the fact that young men are increasingly not getting driver's licenses. They're not moving out of their parents' homes. They're not getting jobs. They're falling behind in terms of higher education, and women are surpassing them. The driver's license one was the craziest thing to me because that is such an indicator of a lack of a literal drive to have independence, a drive to be able to go take a girl out on a date and pick her up. That's just wild to me. And so I did this episode and then I said, like, what's wrong? What is happening? And it was kind of a call to action of, if you feel like you are falling into any of these traps or you're part of these statistics, like, I'm just letting you know you're not alone, but you can change course. You can change your life. These are small things. Like, it's really not that hard to go get a driver's license. That is taking a huge step in your life. Like, going and getting even just like a part-time job is a great thing to add to your life, especially as a young man, to encourage, independence and responsibility. And I have never seen an angrier comment section. Like, I was heartbroken.
Who's commenting, men or women?
Men. It was all of the men. And
what were they saying?
You don't understand us. You're so awful. Why would you say this about us? You don't understand what it's like to be a man in 2022. I mean, so angry, which is so ironic because I would also do episodes like that about women, talking about, women moving increasingly to the left, women and their promiscuity, women leaning into feminism, whatever it might be. And they were all for it. And the women were all for it.
Maybe because it's coming from a woman.
I know.
Whereas
I think
if you
that's
have a
what it was.
guy that's like hating on girls online, every girl is like, oh my God. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's true.
But then if it's a guy hating on guys, like, oh, you're fat, you're this, you're that, the guys are like, oh, okay, you're right. You know?
So that was the part that I didn't even consider because it's like, I do the show every day. I talk about these things. We talk about societal ills and problems and did not consider the fact that this was coming from a young woman